Hi, this is Champlet 2 on the PlayStation Network. This video will review all of the Nightclub Style options for the after-hours nightclubs, as well as the upgrades for the light rig, Nightclub Names, storage, dancers, and dry ice. This will not cover any of the warehouse management or equipment upgrades, just the renovation options from the Maze Bank Foreclosures website. I'll apologize in advance. This is a very long video, but unfortunately it had to be this long to show you everything. To save you a little time, I've included timestamps in the video description so you can jump to exactly what you came to see. Let's start first with a walkthrough of the default Nightclub Style number 1 with absolutely no upgrades. This is the style that comes for free when you purchase a nightclub. It's a very industrial looking style, kind of almost looks like a public bathroom in more ways than one. You see you've got the stone pillars or columns, you've got a concrete floor, what appears to look like bathroom tile on the walls. There's chain link fence here throughout this whole club, and just a plain wooden door back there in the coat check area. This is where you pay your cover charge to get in, and it's just very simple, industrial, gross. You see there's lights there on the pillars or the columns looking up, and there's also lights in the floor next to the walls looking up. And as we come down the stairs here and turn the corner, you'll see we still have this concrete floor that looks pretty rough. The walls are rather filthy. Now this club has not been upgraded at all, so you notice I've only got those 2 speakers there and just 1 bartender. There's no TVs or anything yet. This particular club belonged to someone else who bought it the morning of the DLC and then did absolutely no maintenance on it in terms of keeping up the popularity. So this club that we're looking at right now has 0 popularity. You'll see there's a stone countertop on the stone bar, and there's distressed wood with some really nasty little metal stools. As we come around this corner here, there's just a plain black couch and a stone wall. Not so colorful, not very interesting in here so far. There's more of the chain link fence that we saw earlier, and again the distressed wood with the metal stools there. Really does kind of look like a big public restroom. Not very inviting. Again, the distressed wood bar there with the metal stools. And through the chain link fence, now we're on the dance floor. And the dance floor appears to also be concrete. It doesn't really look like it's anything different. This one has had no light rig purchased and no dancers. So you'll notice there's no little podium. That's where the podium would be, right there for one of the dancers. And the other one would be on the opposite side of the dance floor. But I haven't purchased that yet for this one. Actually, as I said, this belonged to a friend. We're going to go ahead and come back here and go up and visit I thought you could get there from that side, but you can't. We're going to go up here and visit the DJ and see what the stage looks like here. So there we go. There's Solomon. And this crowd is pretty small since as I said, the popularity for this club right now is absolutely 0. It was just left unattended. So it's pretty wide open now with it being not very popular. You can walk around. There's where the other podium would be for the second dancer. And you can see just more, there's some steel beams here. The columns, steel columns. We're going to go in the back and take a look at, I'm sorry to show this restroom is just absolutely disgusting. This is a hole. What were they thinking? I hope there's not a nightclub that looks like this. It's got the tile on the walls, subway tiles, very basic lighting, a plain ceiling, pretty ugly, dirty, nasty tile floors. We won't even talk about what the toilets look like. That's just gross. and of course the doors don't appear to shut. They are there, but they don't shut. I'm going to take a peek back here in the garage area. This is the same no matter what style you choose. As I come through the garage here, well, from the nightclub into the first level garage, you'll always have these stairs that have the wood steps and the wood trim on the rails, and that's how you get up to the second level, the VIP lounge and the office. So for the owner, there's your closet where you can change your clothes. And you see we've still got all these stone pillars and such and stone on the walls. This is the bed, and there's a little changing bench, I guess you'd call it there, with another stone wall and a black curtain separating the living area from the lounge. And you come into the lounge, here's just a plain slate gray bar. You can step up to this table and serve a drink, I believe. I think I tried to do that. Let me see if I did, or maybe I just stood here. Yep, I just stood there. And the decor in this lounge is not very fancy, just some plain gray ottomans and a plain gray coffee table and a plain gray couch. Not much to look at. And here you can see this is the view from the office. Now this is with no light rig. See how you can see absolutely everything from up here. This is part of the reason I wanted to review all of the designs for you without the upgraded light rig, so you could see what it looks like before you get that. Once you buy the light rig, you can't get rid of it. I'll explain that later. But that's why I wanted to start with this property where the light rig had not been purchased yet.
You know you don't need to be up here.
There you can see Tony. He's sitting at his desk, and the desk behind him is my desk, or your desk, the owner's desk. It's just a simple slate gray and some pretty simple office chairs. If you have security installed, it would be just to the right of the owner's computer. Here's the little entrance to the lounge, or to the VIP area, I should call it. Again, just very basic decor, the stone on the walls, stone floor, gray ottomans. Now we're up on the second level of the nightclub, and I'm sorry you're not hearing the music. I guess they designed it that way that if you're recording or live streaming, the music doesn't come through. I had it turned up, but you just can't hear it. Here's a little lounge area. There's a nice long, big, horseshoe-shaped black couch with a couple of simple tables, and all of these steel girder columns have little shelves on them to sit your drink. Again, there's the distressed wood and the metal stools, and again, this does belong to a friend, so I couldn't go back in the bar area, but here's where the bar is. So it's got a concrete top, and there's the stone underneath. And there's Laszlo crying in his beer. So again, this is with the default lighting. There's no light rig yet installed in here. And again, there's some more of those bars over there where you can stop and have a drink. And with no popularity, it's not very crowded at all. So that's pretty much it for this default one. Not much to see, and in some ways it's actually pretty gross. So let's move on now to the second style. This one would cost $225,000 for style number 2. As we start here at the front door, you can see there's a lot of brick. We have these what kind of look like prison bars on the left. You've got the tufted leather. I believe that's black, maybe it's kind of a charcoal color. And these really cool light bars, you'll find these all over the place. They look like fluorescent light bars everywhere. They're kind of interesting. Again, here's the prison bar look, which I guess is a matter of taste. It can either be kind of cool or kind of tacky. There's some red tufted leather there on the back of the coat check and check-in. And you'll see there's lights that are shining down now on the walls. There's nothing on the floor shining up. You've got these little accent lights on the walls. And as we come down, I've neglected to mention it was a stone floor there that had some kind of speckles on that. And as we round this corner, see there's some more of those fluorescent light bars. And again, with no upgrades, there's just 2 speakers here. There would be 4. There's some more of the prison bars. And no TV yet. I think you have to earn a certain amount before all the TVs start coming in, perhaps. Not exactly sure yet. But there's a crackled concrete bar top. And here's a nice couch. Oops, I neglected. There's the little sidebars you can sit at. It's a nice walnut wood with a stool with a walnut top. But again, here's the nice couch. It looks pretty comfortable. And there's the tufted leather behind it and the bricks on the other side, painted bricks. And we go, there's the prison bars again. They're kind of cool if you like that sort of thing. And again, the walnut. And there's also another one over here just like it. So when your place is really crowded, you'll find people hanging out there. And as we come into the dance floor, you'll see the floor changes from that very plain concrete to what appears to be, I'm not sure what this is, if it's stone or if it's some kind of platform material. It's hard to tell, but it's darker. And again, this one does not have any of the light rig installed yet. These are the default lights that you get with it, which are really not that bad if you want to save a little money. The light rig does not increase the popularity of your club. I actually proved that with this particular club. We later bought light rigs and dancers, and it had no impact at all on the 0 popularity. It just stayed there. So the popularity is based on doing the club promotions to keep that up. Your design choices appear to have absolutely no impact on the popularity or the location for that matter. There you can see that's where your club name is, up there. And as we walk around here, that was the DJ stage up there. We'll skip over to the other side of the first floor. And let's see, I guess we can make our way through this crowd. It's not that crowded. Right ahead of me there is where the dancers would be. I'll show you those a little bit later. And you see these concrete columns and stuff. You walk through this door and you'll see there's a lot of brick here and some tufted leather doors with the little lights looking down. And this is a much more stylish bathroom. We've got black subway tile and a black sink trough, along with the air dryers there for your hands. There's our attendant. You can tip that guy. That's kind of interesting. Can't say the urinals straight across from the stalls are very attractive. But at least this one is a little less disgusting. It's messy and there's stuff everywhere, but there's not human material all over the place. So at least it's a little bit less gross that way. That's good. It's very messy. And again, that's the door back to the garage and all that, and it looks exactly the same no matter which style you choose. So we're going to skip that for now and come back in and work our way up to the second level. So I'm going to cut across the dance floor here, and you see there on the stairs it's got that same tufted leather with the metal trim. It's kind of interesting. These stairs have like a steel, I forget what you call that, diamond steel or something, I forget the name of it. Here we are at the bar, and again, because no upgrades have been done, I've just got one bartender here in my friend's club, and it's got the crackled top on the concrete countertop, and there's stools with wooden tops, and then you can see the tufted leather there on the sides of the bar. And then again, we have the walnut little side tables over here where people can hang out. You'll also see over the bar, it's got the pendant lights with the shades. That's different in each style. And more of the prison bars there to get back to the bartender's area behind the bar. And here's the little lounge area with the giant horseshoe couch. There's all these little tables with like a crackled marble top. And each one of these columns has those lights on it we were talking about earlier. So now when I walk up into the VIP section, this is the little, I guess, entry area for the VIP section. Really nice tufted leather ottomans. They're brown, and then there's the black tufted leather and some concrete and stone. And then this is an absolutely beautiful office. Sorry, lost my voice there. We have crackled marble, 2 different colors on the floor. Gorgeous mahogany wood on that desk. Look at that wood. It's so beautiful. Really nice leather chairs, the tufted brown leather. Absolutely beautiful. Really classy looking office. So you can see some of the style. I believe that wall there to the left that has the light fixture on it is the same, but it's got the tufted leather now all the way around in here. And there's my safe. Now here in the lounge, you've got more of that beautiful brown leather furniture and the marble top table. And oh, poor Laszlo, he's crying on the couch. Poor guy. You see him like that. He shows up all around the club, just crying or huddled somewhere. We still have the pendant lights with the shades, and now we have a white countertop, or maybe light gray, on the bar. There's a nice red curtain and a red day bed for the owner. More of the tufted leather, and there's the closet. Again, with the light bars are there. And when you come out here to the lounge and look down to the stage, again, there's no light rig in here. Oh God, he's over there crying. He just won't stop. There's no light rig in here, so you have a really great view of the floor here. I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing at Laszlo. But you can really see it nicely from here. And even if you step back here into the office, without that light rig, when you turn around, it really does look nice. So we're going to go back out and walk around a little bit, but this is pretty much what the second style looks like. It's a little bit industrial, very masculine, but it's a lot of clean edges. It's not too frilly. It's not at all feminine, but it's a really nice style. A little dark, but very classy, clean edge, very modern. Now we'll move on to the final design style, which is sort of a purple and gold mixture, and it's $300,000. And it's pretty loud. You might want to put your sunglasses on. You can see the floor here is kind of a charcoal black tile, and now we have wrought iron instead of, I guess it's actually kind of a brass wrought iron or something, instead of the prison bars. The wallpaper, well, I'm not going to look too closely at it. Let's just say there's human figures in different positions, and we'll leave it at that. It's just a cartoon. It's not too graphic, but I'm not going to look at it really closely. Here is the check-in area where you leave your, you pay your cover charge and leave your coat. You can see there's some nice chandeliers. And as we're walking down, you'll see now there's lights coming up out of the floor. And here we have some purple, like velvet, I guess that is, on the walls. And some really fancy little light fixtures on the walls.
Looks like it's off limits. It's off limits.
And wow, he told me, didn't he? And again, this is still my friend's place that has no upgrades on it. So again, we just have the 2 speakers at this point, but you'll see later when we get to my club, there's 4. There's lights coming up out of the floor there, shining on the wall. And we have some kind of a weird concrete tile here. There's some more of the wrought iron. It's got sort of a brassy gold look to it. Here in the bar area, you can see there's more of that purple velvety looking stuff there on the bar. And the bar top is apparently a very worn wood. It looks like it's been used a lot. And there's again the pinkish, purplish chandeliers. There's a lot of feminine colors in this one. Not very tasteful ones, but there are. There's the white little bar top there. And the seats, the stools are like gold with a cushion on top. So we've got this nice big poofy purple velvet couch with, again, more of the interesting gaudy wallpaper, and lots of gold on the columns and walls and such here. There again is the white bar top with the metal stools that have the cushion, padded cushion on top. Look like they're comfortable, but they're interesting design. And again, more of those lights with the hanging pendants. Now here we have the wrought iron again. Instead of having the prison fencing or gates all the way across, we've just got a couple of these wrought iron pieces. They're pretty classy, very nice looking. This dance floor has a wooden floor. So this one's the one that's most obvious when you walk in, that that's a dance floor because of the wood. You can see there's some more of that tufting. It's that purple material, sort of velvety, on the stairs. And we'll climb up here and get just a good look at the dance floor. And again, there's no dancers yet. We haven't done that upgrade. The podiums would be right there across from me and right here next to me on the left. There's the DJ, and you can see the shiny purple columns. And also this railing up here now. You've got that same wrought iron look on the railing on the second level. But we'll come back to the second level in just a moment, as soon as we finish this first level. So I'm going to walk across here and work my way over to the DJ stage. Give you a look at it from here.
I've been looking for you. We're gonna have
There we go. Sure we are. We're going to have a great time. So again, that's the default lighting with no light rig, no upgrades at all. And this particular nightclub at the moment has no popularity at all, but there's still this many people in here. It does still make a little bit of money, not very much, not enough to cover your expenses for the nightclub. So I'm going to turn back around and come down towards the other side, because you can't get off the stage on that side. So I have to walk back across. And we'll head back toward the back room. Again, there's those purple columns. And when we come through this door, wow, a whole lot more of that wallpaper. And a little bit more of the wrought iron. And let's go check out the restroom. Okay, now this is nice. You've got a couple of sinks there, some really nice mosaic tile, a nice mirror, the really pretty wall sconces. The floor is a very interesting tile, very, really nice, kind of upscale. Lots of tile back there too, the mosaic. At least these urinals have a little privacy. And this one's quite a bit cleaner. There's still a lot of stuff laying around, a lot of paper, some bottles, and this, well, poor Laszlo crying on the toilet now. Come on, Laszlo, get it together, dude. But yeah, this is quite a bit more classy than the other two bathrooms, and although it's messy, it's quite a bit cleaner. And again, there's the door back to the garage and the office, but those are always the same no matter what style you choose. So I'm going to skip that, and we're going to work our way, whoops, wrong door, going to work our way upstairs to look at the second level of the nightclub. So I'll skip through and you notice I'm not able to run in here. It's just like your bunker. Once you go inside, you can't run. You can in the office, but not anywhere in the nightclub itself. So as we come up the steps, you can see there's the big bar. We've still got the little white countertops on the side with the metal stools that have the padded tops. And there's the bartender, and apparently that wooden bar top is really quite worn. And it's got the kind of velvety purple stuff on the front of the bar there. And these really loud gold and purple columns. Again, there's the little countertop, and there's little places here on all these columns where you can sit your drink. But I really do like that wrought iron railing. That's kind of cool. You can't lean on it. I wish you could. Here's the lounge area that has a giant purple couch and pink carpet. Man, who's the colorblind person that came up with these? Very simple little tables and the pinkish purplish chandeliers. And again, you also see the lights shining up the poles there like they did on the way in from the floor. Now we'll go up into the VIP area and see what this looks like. Here's the entrance with, wow, I don't even know what you call that gold with all those little round, I don't know what they are. There's some more of the slightly obscene wallpaper and just some very basic leather ottomans. They don't look very comfortable at all. The floor there looks like it's some kind of stone, but this is obviously a nice wood floor. The office furniture is a little bit simple, kind of contemporary, but just a plain light gray, and not very fancy chairs to sit in here. Nothing compared to the ones you get in the last design. Those were really sharp, but you sure have a lot of that gold trim on the walls. You see here we've got back in the living quarters a lot of that gold. Wow. Oh, too far. That's where you go out to the garage. Let me go back in. There's the closet for the owner. And after you come around this other big purple column, there's a purple bed and a purple curtain to close off the living area. Again, the lights with the little pendants. There's the chandeliers over the bar. And this bar appears to be wood, maybe. Here is the view again from the office without a light rig, so you can see everything very nicely from here. You can see how many people are in there. You can see all the way back to the bar. There's the DJ right there. And the kind of the most interesting part about this lounge, I guess you could say, is that's quite a coffee table. It does appear at least that the girl on top there has some sort of bikini on, so I'll give them that. The couch is pretty. It's a little gaudy, but it's nice. So the style in this one is little over the top, kind of a crazy old lady color scheme. But there are a few things to like about it. I do like the wrought iron, and I do like the chandeliers. They're kind of interesting. And there is the DJ. We'll come back down here. So that's it for the 3 style options. We're going to go ahead next and start reviewing some of the other purchases that you can make from the Maze Bank foreclosure site under Renovate. And some of these I might kind of combine together. So let's look at the light rig. And when you come here, you'll see once it's checked, if I click on that, I cannot uncheck it. Once you have a light rig, you can't get rid of it. You can only change it. The only way to get rid of it is to trade your club for another one. So here's the first design. It's $88,000. And you can click on this little button up here and sort of get a preview of it, but I'm going to give you a real first-hand preview. Here's what it looks like on their little video. They're kind of showing you what it's intended to do. But we're going to go take a look at it in person as soon as I choose. For the dancers, you can either choose 2 girls, 2 boys, a boy and a girl, and they each have 3 different styles. We're going to start with 2 girls and the first style. And we're going to see them as we go check out the light rig with the first style. Now I'm in the club that has the style number 2 with all the tufted leather.
Give me some whoop whoop. It's the one and only Jimmy Boston on the floor.
So now this is my club. It's got 100% popularity at this point. And I had already picked up a couple of celebrities. That's what you heard him talking about. So here are the 2 girl dancers with style 1. They've got a whole lot of body paint on them and stuff. For $200-some thousand, they're not the best dancers in the world, but there you go. That's what you get. So there's the little podiums I was talking about earlier that you didn't see because in the first club none of the upgrades for the dancers or anything had been purchased. And now here is the first light rig option. I'm going to come up here so you can get a little better look at it from height. There you go. So that's the first option. This one's like $88,000. I'll come up here to the second floor and let you see what it looks like from the bar up here. These are kind of the views. See, I've got all these TVs and stuff. I'm not sure what gets you those. I guess it's a certain amount of popularity and sales and revenue, I guess. They eventually show up. But there's the light rig. You can see it up there. And seems like kind of randomly, I'm not sure what causes it, but with the light rig sometimes you'll get this. That's Laszlo with the little what do you call those, sabers? They look like light sticks, glow sticks, that's what they call them. There you can see those glow in the dark dancers down there. That's style 1 for the 2 girls. And as I come up here and go into my office, I wanted you to see the impact of the light rig, because it's a very big deal if you want to be able to look out into your club. This light rig, all the scaffolding, I guess, that holds this up really obstructs your view. So you can see if you're trying to come up here and look through the window, you can barely tell. You know, if your friends are there, you wouldn't be able to see them. There's another TV that got added. Not sure how I earned it, but it showed up. And see, that's what you get from back here at your desk. It's really hard to see, although the lights are kind of cool. And speaking of lights, since we're here, I'm going to show you this little light fixture here on the wall. If you come over here, well, actually, hold on. First, I'm going to show you the safe. Sorry. We'll start here with the safe, and if you push the button and open it, you see now it says I've got $10,000 in my wall safe. The most it can hold is $70,000, so you need to come and empty it before you reach the maximum. All you do is step up to it, and it puts it right in your wallet. And then you go back and hit the right arrow again to close it. That's all there is. So your daily income from the club goes in there, and you just need to come in and empty it out before it gets to $70,000 and it's full. Now this little light fixture, I can operate the privacy glass. So you saw the door there, and these windows get really, really dark. So it does obstruct a little bit of the lights from the club. And all of these doors and over there, the window and everything, it's all blackened. So you can't see into the office as easily. So I'm going to turn that back on, and now you can see the lights out from the light rig. And again, all these windows now are clear. Except, well, that's the elevator. We'll get to the elevator in a little bit. One other feature here, I can dim the lights in the office, and boy, can you really see the light rig effects now. That's pretty impressive. So if you don't like all the bright lights in your office and just want to relax, chill out a little bit, you can turn those lights down, and it's very comfortable. You can go to that TV. I think you can also do it from the computer and just watch the DJ on the stage. That's kind of fun. But anyway, that's how you work the light fixture. Now, or actually light switch. Now we're going to come back and look at the next option for the light rig, and here is the video for it. They're going to give you a little preview of what it looks like. So you can see this one's got a whole lot of scaffolding involved with it. Lots of colors, very flashy. And this one is $140,000. So while we're looking at that, I'm also going to take a look at style 2. For the 2 girls, that's $220,000. That's just a little more expensive than style 1, a little less expensive than style 3. So as we enter the club here, again, this is style 2. This is my club, and the popularity is 100%, so it's very crowded. There's your light rig, option number 2. Very flashy, lots of stuff going on. I guess if you're prone to seizures, you probably wouldn't want to look at that. And here we go. There's first girl dancer. So they're wearing like leather, black leather, sort of a black leather vest, and I think that's black shorts. Might be a mini skirt. They're both wearing the same thing. One of them's got like a mohawk. I think might be this little girl over here. The girl on the left's got just really short hair, and then this one's got sort of a spiky mohawk. Not very feminine, but cool leather outfits. So, and again, there's where the podiums are. And here again, let's go take a little more detailed look at the light rig option number 2. So I'm trying to get through the crowd, but it's pretty crowded in here, so they hang you up a lot. I guess it's like a real dance floor. It's hard to get from one side to the other. So we'll come up here on the DJ stage, get a look at the lighting from their perspective. Not nearly as impressive from here as it is out on the dance floor, but pretty flashy. We'll go on upstairs here and take a look. I'm going to look first here from the office. I actually don't think I looked at this from the bar. But you can see when you get up here, look at all of that scaffolding. And you can't even see the lights going on because it's underneath all of that. The flashing is happening down on the dance floor, so you don't even really see what's happening from here. It just completely obstructs your view of the dance floor from up here in the lounge. So that's something to think about before you invest that much money in the light rig, this being option number 2 again. And when you come back here towards the desk, wow, that's just really obstructed. All you see is the light rig. So bear that in mind if you're going to choose that one. Next, we're going to take a look at the third light rig that is $217,500. These demo videos all kind of start out the same there, but then here you go. This is what these lights are going to look like. So it's got these big wide beams, and it's going to shoot colors and all kinds of shapes and stuff. So we'll also look at, for the dancers, the 2 girls, style number 3. And they're $235,000 for style number 3. As we enter the club here, you can see there's light rig number 3. So it's a lot less flashy than the first 2. Just some interesting colors and designs that sort of stream back and forth. So that's kind of nice. A little less frantic, maybe. A little simple. Let's go take a look at our dancers here. You can see this girl is wearing like a white bustier and white shorts with some kind of little feather thing on her head and an eye mask. Okay, still, how can they not be better dancers for $200-some thousand? Seriously. We come over here, and this lady has the white bustier, but also the stockings. And she doesn't have the little feather thing on her head, just the eye mask. So there's the 2 girls, that's style 3. And let's go take a look and see if we can get a better look at this light rig. I'll walk around here. I keep getting stuck on all these dancers. Again, with the popularity all the way up, it's pretty crowded. So I'm going to climb up the stairs here. Give you a look at the light rig from here. So it does kind of flash pretty fast. There's some of the designs you saw in the preview. The little video they provided. That's kind of interesting. And as we come up here, you can see it goes right over the bar there, so you're really close to it here. It even goes back onto the bar there behind me. And I neglected to mention earlier, I think, about these rails here on the style option 2. They're just pretty basic iron rails. And here we'll go into the office and the VIP lounge and let you see what this light rig looks like from up here. And wow, all you see is the scaffolding. You don't even see any of the lights that are going on because obviously they're aimed down at the dance floor. You can see a little bit way back there by the bar, But because of all that scaffolding and such, you just can't see anything. And maybe scaffolding is not the right word, so forgive me if it's not. But wow, it just really blocks your whole view from the office window. Might want to think about that if you're going to buy that light rig. Next up, we will take a look at the final light rig option. It's $295,000. And here again, there's the same part at the beginning, but here we go. There's some really cool laser lights. So that you would expect to find in a good dance club. You've still got the default lights that come with it coming out of the ceiling, but also the lasers. And then for the dancers, since we've seen all the ones for the girls, I'm going to come back to the two boys later because I might end up with those. So we'll start out with the boy and the girl, and we'll look at style 1. That's $233,500 for the boy and the girl with the body paint. Now we'll go take a look, and again, this is my club with the club style number 2. And there's your laser lights from the light rig style number 4. Very cool. Pretty flashy. And you see there's also some other light designs on the ceiling and on the floor from the spotlights. So come over here and take a look, and on the left we have, oops, there we go. Can I get there? There he is. Here's the guy, and he's got the body paint all over him and a hat and some long shorts. I guess he's all right then. And we'll come over here to, let's see if we can turn around this way, go over to the other side of the floor. So this is the same girl you saw earlier on the right hand side when we had the two girls in style 1. That's the same one. She's got the body paint and little outfit on there. And now let's go see if we can get a better look at this light rig. We'll climb up on the stairs here. So it looks like all the beams primarily come from the DJ stage. There you go. Pretty nice. Lots of purple and yellow, I guess. But it's kind of nice. It's not quite as busy as the first two. The last one had more of just like a flat strand, I guess you would call it. I'm not sure what else you'd call that. But that has lots of neat little laser lights. So we're going to go see what it looks like from the office. So when you come up here and turn around and you want to look out this office window, this is much, much better than the other three light rig designs, because you can still see, the DJ stage perfectly, and you can pretty well see people out on the dance floor in between the lights, the lasers, and you can definitely see the bar in the back. So this really doesn't obstruct your view at all from the office, which is really nice. So I think that's going to be a very popular option. And stepping back here closer to the desk, you can see that. So since we've looked at all the light rig options, we haven't quite finished the dancers yet. So let's look at the other dancer styles. This is the boy and girl style number 2. And again, just like with the light rig, once you've bought the dancers, you cannot get rid of them. All you can do is change the style, or if you absolutely got to get rid of them, you got to move to a new club. You will lose those upgrades if you trade in your club for another one. So here's the same girl we saw earlier with the two girls. She's got the mohawk and the black leather vest and what appears to be like black shorts, black leather shorts probably. And then here's the guy that goes with her. He is shirtless. I think he's got a couple of tattoos. He's got a little beanie hat on and some kind of big, thick, black, baggy pants. Looks like they're black leather. Next up, we will look at the boy and girl style number 3. What is up with that mask? It's $255,000. This is the most expensive option for all of the dancers. So we'll take a look at the boy and girl here. If I come over here to the right, am I going to go to the right? I am going to go to the right. There's the same girl we saw with the two girls. She's got the little feather on her head and the mask and the white outfit. It's like a bustier and I think shorts, little short shorts. And then this guy is also in kind of short shorts and he's shirtless and has the most odd white bird mask. Who thought that was a good idea? I just don't get that. But oh well, that's what you get. And now we're going to go take a look at the two boys options. So if we start here, we'll click on two boys. Style 1 is $213,500. So you're going to recognize one of these guys because that would have been the guy dancing with the girl that we just looked at with the paint. There's the guy on the right with all the body paint on and the long baggy pants. Now let's see who else we've got here. Oh no, wait a minute. Oh, it's Laszlo. Oh, what is he doing up there? He actually thinks he can dance. Clearly, he cannot. And he doesn't even have the body paint on. He just snuck up there and stole the podium. What is he doing? I just had to watch him for a few minutes. It was just too funny. He starts doing like this little basketball dribbling thing. What is this? Anyway, hopefully he won't show up all the time, just once in a while. So let's move on now and we'll take a look at the two boys style number 2. That one's $220,000. And they're going to be wearing some form of leather here. And here we go. Here we have over on the right hand side a guy with just a vest on, and he's not anywhere near as hot as my husband, but he's not hard to look at. Leather vest and some jeans. And then if we come over here, we've got, this is I believe the same shirtless guy we had earlier that has the little hat on and a couple of tattoos and some leather pants. He was the one that was dancing with the girl in style 2. And then finally we have for the two boys, we can choose style 3. What is up with the bird mask? That's $235,000. And here as we come into the club, we will go over here to the guy on the left, and yep, there he is with that crazy white bird mask and his white shorts. Don't know what that mask is all about. And then this guy over here just has like, oh hey, that's Tony. This guy just has like a regular mask on and white shorts. Almost looks like boxers, but they're just white shorts. That's it for the dancers, and I'm going to skip ahead and talk about the dry ice now because I don't want to end on a sour note. I'm going to tell you this as simply as I can. Do not waste your money. It's $345,000. I have never once seen it activated in my club. Some people say they have, but I'm sorry, I have no footage for you to see it because I've never seen it, and it is enabled. Don't know why I haven't seen it. Next up, we'll talk about the nightclub name. There are 9 fixed names to choose from. They give you all these selections, and it doesn't matter which one you choose. The price is $33,500. And they do look pretty much like what you see here on the screen. Those are pretty accurate representations of what you're going to see. So I didn't go in and film them all in the club for you, but you've got a pretty good idea there what they're going to look like. Well, last but not least, we're going to talk about storage. This can be a little bit confusing. You get 1 free storage level, and you can see the costs are pretty astronomical as you add different basement levels, additional basement levels. You have 5 basement levels to your storage facility, and then for the garages, you can add 3 garages that each hold 10 cars each. You notice here I'm having to uncheck each of those levels of the basement to make those go away. You can't just go back to 1. That's important to remember. And here for each one of these garage levels you can hold 10 cars. So there's 4 levels of vehicle garages but 5 levels of storage. You can see all the prices there as I'm checking and unchecking these. So I'm going to show you how this can be a little bit confusing. Here I am at my club at Del Perro, and I'm entering through the vehicle garage door. And it says I can enter on my nightclub level, or I can go to basement level 1. That's the one that comes free. You don't have to pay extra for that. Basement level 2 I did purchase, but I did not purchase basement levels 3, 4, and 5. Now you notice 5 is not here, and that's because there's only 4 levels that you can store vehicles on, but there's 5 levels of basement. So since I'm coming in through the vehicle door, basement level 5 does not show up here. That's very confusing. So I'm going to walk in here. I came in the nightclub level just so you could kind of see how all of this works. When you come in here, you've got probably a vehicle that you're using to get supplies for your nightclub. That's what that beer truck's for. And I can store 1 personal vehicle here. That's without buying any kind of extra basement or extra vehicle storage at all. I can put 1 car of my own. And I just wanted to show you as I walk around here, this is how you would get into your nightclub from the garage entrance. It's there behind that door. That was the water closet you could see, but the other door went into the club. And again, all of this is always going to look the same regardless of what style you have. Here we are at the elevator, and now you see there's 5 basement levels. 1 and 2 are lit up for me because I purchased the additional level 2. I did not purchase 3, 4, and 5, so it tells me there if I want them I have to go to the foreclosures website to buy them. So I'm going to go down to basement level 1 and give you a quick tour and show you how this works. As soon as you come out the door here, the first thing you're going to see is your vehicle workshop. And there it is. So you can bring in vehicles here that you're going to use for supporting your nightclub and make modifications to them. I'm not sure if you can bring in any old vehicle you want. Maybe you can. You might be able to bring in your personal ones. I highly doubt you can bring any of the weaponized ones. This van comes with the nightclub. It was just a plain old white van. I did a little modifications to it. But this is a really nice workshop facility here. And there's the ramp to go out the garage door, which is kind of funny in a way. I'm not exactly sure how they think you're going to drive out of that with those big pillars at the bottom of the ramp, but okie dokie. You just hit the gas and out you go. So back up here to the rest of basement level 1, there's where I came in from the elevator. There are all these little storage hubs here where when you start doing the manufacturing in the warehouse, I'm not going to cover any of that now because honestly it's just too new. The DLC only came out 2 days ago when I made this. I don't have enough information to tell you about that just yet. So we'll talk about that on a future video. But you do have this central hub here only on basement level 1, and I can manage my business from there. This is the hub for your technicians. They manage all your warehouse stuff here. So I've only got 2 technicians. That's why you see 2 guys there. You can have as many as 5, but again, we'll talk about that in a future video. So we have a little more storage space here. You can see this is some of the merchandise they've been manufacturing for me that I can later sell. And we'll come back to the center where my little office hub is and grab the elevator. And again, I only have basement level 2. I did not buy 3 and 4 and 5. Presumably 3, 4, and 5, well, not 5. 3 and 4 should look exactly like 2. And I'll tell you why 5 will be different in just a second. So here you can see there's no computer here in the middle now. I don't have a desk. I still have all these same little storage hubs. Here is a personal vehicle garage. Again, it's got the pillars at the bottom of the ramp, but I can store 10 vehicles in here that belong to me personally. and column from here. And basement level 3 and 4 will also be like this if you buy the additional garage levels for the basements. If you don't, the basement is not going to have that vehicle storage in it. I don't know what that looks like because I don't have an example of another basement level without that garage, but I'm sure it's just, there's nothing there. It's probably just a wall. And again, here's another area where the technicians would be working to manufacture goods for me. So, all that being said, sorry for the very long video, but thanks for sticking with me till the end. I hope you'll like the video and subscribe to my channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Good luck with your new nightclub, and in the description you can find other ways to stay in touch with me on Facebook and Twitter. Have a great day.